Hello everyone, welcome to this course on From Zero to Hero in Trigonometry. So in the previous video we started off with problem solving. Before we go on to solving a little more advanced problems, I would like to give you some tricks that I want you to remember, or I would say I want you to keep in mind that will help you in problem solving. So we have already learned some basic trigonometric identities. I want to reformulate it in a different manner so that it will help you in further problem solving. So first of all, we had cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. Okay, and remember, for the time being, we're talking only about acute angles, and you would have realized that all the trigonometric ratios for all the standard angles we have seen take only positive values. Okay, so keep in mind for the time being that the acute angle, if you take acute angles and if you consider the trigonometric ratios, all the 6 trigonometric ratios, you're going to get non-negative numbers. Okay, you will see why this is so and in the subsequent lessons, but for the time being you can assume that these trigonometric ratios are positive numbers. So when you take square root and all, you don't have to worry about the negative root. Okay, so let's see this how this is the primary identity we have seen. Let's see how this could be rewritten in different ways. So for example, first of all, you can rewrite this expression as cos theta is equal to root over 1 minus sine square theta. Another way to rewrite this is sine theta is equal to root over 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, another way to rewrite this as cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So this is 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta, right? So when you take 1 minus sine theta to the other side, you have to remember that cos theta divided by 1 minus sine theta is equal to 1 plus sine theta divided by cos theta. So these are the three forms that you should remember from the first identity that we have learned. All right. Of course, you could also write this as what? Cos theta divided by 1 plus sine theta will be 1 minus sine theta divided by cos theta. So that is the interesting part about these trigonometric identities. The same result can be represented in multiple ways, and you should be able to use the most appropriate form when you're solving a particular problem, so that you will be able to arrive at the final answer in the shortest possible step. All right. So, and when you come to the second result, that was 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to sec squared theta, right? So you can write sec theta as root over 1 plus tan squared theta. This is one thing you can write from here. And another thing is you can write sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Another thing you can write from here is we can write tan theta is equal to root over sec square theta minus 1. And from this you can write sec theta minus tan theta into sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 1. So this could be written as sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 divided by sec theta plus tan theta. Or you can write other way as well. Sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 1 divided by sec theta minus tan theta. So what you need to realize is sec theta minus tan theta and sec theta plus tan theta are reciprocals of each other. Okay, just like here, these two quantities. So what we have done is these two quantities are equal. Similarly, here sec theta plus tan theta is same as 1 divided by sec theta minus tan theta. Another way to interpret is sec theta plus tan theta and sec theta minus tan theta are reciprocals of each other, right? And similarly, the third result was 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So we can write this as cosec theta is equal to root over 1 plus cot square theta. This is one way to write this. Another way to write this as cot theta is equal to root over cosec square theta minus 1. Another way to write this is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. And this you can also write it as cosec theta minus cot theta into cosec theta plus cot theta is equal to 1. And now you realize that cosec theta minus cot theta is the reciprocal of cosec theta plus cot theta. And similarly, cosec theta plus cot theta is the reciprocal of cosec theta minus cot theta. Okay, right? And another thing that we need to remember here is we know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now, if you divide this entire expression with sine square theta into cos square theta, what do we have? We have sine square theta plus cos square theta divided by sine square theta into cos square theta equal to 1 divided by sine square theta into cos square theta. Now you split the denominator to two terms. So this becomes 1 by cos square theta plus 1 by sine square theta, that is equal to 1 by cos square theta into 1 by sine square theta. And we have a very interesting result here. It says that sec squared theta plus cosec square theta is equal to sec square theta into cosec square theta. This is another useful result which you will need for solving some problems. All right. To summarize, I'll also tell you one more thing. We can write any trigonometric ratio in terms of other trigonometric ratio as well. So let's see how this can be done. For example, sine theta can be written in terms of cos theta as root over 1 minus cos square theta. And this can be written in terms of tan theta as tan theta divided by root over 1 plus tan square theta. Tell me why this makes sense. Root over 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta. Sec theta. So tan theta divided by sec theta is going to be sin theta. Yes. So that you need to remember. And this can be written in terms of cot theta as cot. This is going to be 1 divided by root over 1 plus cot square theta. Why does it make sense? Because in the denominator we have root over 1 plus cot square theta, which is cosec theta. 1 divided by cosec theta is nothing but sin theta, right? Similarly, this can be written in terms of sec theta. How can you write this in terms of sec theta? This is going to be sec square theta minus 1 divided by sec theta. Why does this make sense? Root over sec square theta minus 1 is going to be tan theta. Tan theta divided by sec theta is again sin theta. Again, in terms of cosec theta, it is going to be 1 divided by cosec theta. So, if you see, I've written sine theta in terms of other 5 trigonometric ratios. I have written sine theta in terms of cos theta. I have written sine theta in terms of tan theta alone. I have written sine theta in terms of cot theta alone. I have written sine theta in terms of sec theta alone. I have written sine theta in terms of cosec theta alone. So this kind of transformations, these kind of manipulations that you should be able to do as and when required. So you should have this idea. It is not, I'm not asking you to blindly memorize this result, but through practice, you will be able to use these expressions appropriately without spending too much work, without spending too much time to derive this expression when you are solving a problem. So you should be aware that such things are possible, such transformations are possible, so that will help you in problem solving. I'll do one more example. I'll help you. I'll show you how you can write, say for example, cot theta. How maybe I think I'll write everything. I'll show you how cos theta can be written in terms of every other trigonometric ratios. Cos theta can be written as root over 1 minus sin square theta in terms of sin theta, and in terms of tan theta it is going to be 1 over sec theta, so that is 1 over root over 1 plus tan square theta, and this is nothing but cot theta divided by root over 1 plus cot square theta, and this is 1 over sec theta, and this is root over cosec square theta minus 1 divided by cosec theta. Now, please do not blindly memorize these results. Try to derive these results and then try to use this in problems. Whenever you encounter a problem with similar spirit, try to use this result. So through practice, you will remember such strategies. All right. Do not blindly memorize anything. Now we have tan theta is equal to, in terms of sin theta, is going to be sin theta divided by root over 1 minus sin square theta. And in terms of cos theta, it is going to be root over 1 minus cos square theta divided by cos theta. In terms of cot theta, it is going to be 1 over cot theta. And in terms of sec theta, it will be root over sec square theta minus 1. And it will be 1 by root over cosec square theta minus 1 in terms of cosec theta. And for cot theta, in terms of sin theta, it is going to be root over 1 minus sin square theta divided by sin theta. And for cos theta, in terms of cos theta, it is going to be cos theta divided by root over 1 minus cos square theta. In terms of tan theta, it is going to be 1 over tan theta. In terms of sec theta, it is going to be 1 over root over sec square theta minus 1. And in terms of cosec theta, it is going to be root over cosec square theta minus 1. And for sec theta, it is going to be 1 over root over 1 minus sin square theta, 1 over cos theta, root over 1 plus tan square theta, root over 1 plus cot square theta divided by cot theta. In terms of cosec theta, this is going to be cosec theta divided by root over cosec square theta minus 1. And finally, you have cosec theta. In terms of sin theta, it is going to be 1 over sin theta. In terms of cos theta, it is going to be root 1 over root 1 divided by root over 1 minus cos square theta. In terms of tan theta, it is going to be root over 1 plus tan square theta divided by tan theta. And in terms of cot theta, it is going to be root over 1 plus cot square theta. In terms of sec theta, it is going to be sec theta divided by root over sec square theta minus 1. And in terms of cosec theta, it is going to be, cosec theta we have already seen. Yes. So the same trigonometric identities, we have tried to represent it in multiple forms. Okay, so that it might help you in some specific problems, especially in MCQs, where you don't have to write steps. Okay, these manipulations, these manifestations of the same trigonometric identities in different forms will help you. All right, so we will move on to little more advanced problems in the next lesson.